Wow, this game looks absolutely stunning. It is called Forspoken. It's a brand new action RPG that is also open world, and man, does it look really impressive. This is coming from Square Enix and developer Luminous Productions. Now, this game was announced previously under the title Project Athea, but now it has an official title, Forspoken. We've got brand new details from the PlayStation blog. It's going to be releasing on PlayStation 5 and PC in 2022, and there's reason to be very hyped for this game for sure. Hey everyone, what's happening? Open World Games here, and today we're going to be diving into Forspoken and going in depth as to what this game is. Now, of course, there was an announcement trailer recently. We're going to be seeing Ella Balinska, who's going to be the lead role of this game, but they also showed some really impressive teases as to what to expect from the game world. We see ginormous dragons in the world as well, and many different creatures. It kind of has this, I guess you would say, Horizon Zero Dawn type feel to it, but it's going to be a beast when it comes to the graphics tech. It really does look impressive. Now, I do have some other updates later on in this video about Marvel's Avengers. If you guys did not hear, there's some really cool stuff going on with that, including the fact that Black Panther and Wakanda will be making appearances in Marvel's Avengers. But first, let's talk about Forspoken. What is this game right here? Looks beautiful. So let's go to the PlayStation blog, shall we, and begin taking a look. So Forspoken is going to be an action RPG where you take on the role of Frey Holland, an ordinary young woman who must harness her magical abilities to survive a fantastical and dangerous land called Athea. As Frey, you'll embark on a thrilling, otherworldly adventure and face treacherous trials to unravel the mystery behind the unknown land of Athea and awaken something much more from within. So yeah, I imagine that there's going to be a lot of in-depth mechanics to the actual gameplay, and man, the gameplay looks really smooth as well. Now, they go on to say this: as you can see from the new gameplay clip, Frey is able to traverse the world with incredible speed and fluidity. I can't wait for players to experience firsthand just how satisfying it feels to move through Athea, scale cliffs, and leaping across ravines in the future. So this game is a lot about the actual traversal system, which looks absolutely like a good time. Now, we do also have some really cool high quality screenshots right here. This looks super impressive, and it looks like it's going to be about battling beasts as well, which I love. Now, it goes on to say this: Frey takes center stage in Forspoken, and we're delighted to announce that actor Ella Balinska is performing the character. We were looking for someone who can convincingly portray Frey's dynamic character, and we knew immediately that Ella was the perfect person to play her. From the beginning, Ella understands the themes and concepts of the game and was able to channel this in her performance to bring Frey's character to life. Not only is Ella talented and well matched to the role of Frey, but she is also extremely passionate about Forspoken as her first video game project. So it seems like, they say first video game project, they may want to actually work with this actress in the future. And I love that they're actually highlighting the fact that they have her as the talent, because it seems like they're very interested in delivering a very believable story with a great actress, and that's something I personally find super important, because I, for one, am a huge fan of games that put story first and foremost above everything else. Now, they go on to wrap up and say this, and there it is: on behalf of Square Enix and the entire Luminous Productions team, we hope you enjoyed the sneak peek. Now, the creators are working hard around the world on the development of Forspoken, and we can't wait for you to experience Frey's story in 2022. They don't say like first half of 2022, second half, or anything like that. They just say 2022, which at this point I think is a good decision. But we do have even more high quality screenshots, which I could show you guys right now. This game looks absolutely stunning, as you can see, and I cannot wait to finally get into these, PS5 exclusives. You always have the older tech connected to a lot of these games. This time you don't, and you can see just how beautiful the effects are going to be right here, and the creatures look very, very detailed and scary in this game, with those extra textures and resolutions that we're going to be getting from this game. And the magic abilities, the cloth textures you can see here, are super impressive. Look at this. It's some sort of vine or tree rising up from the earth, and you see these wolf creatures flying. I cannot wait to see this game on my screen in motion. I am so freaking curious. Now, let's talk a little bit more about Luminous Productions, who, of course, are the actual developers behind Forspoken. We can go to their website right here. It's a debut game from Luminous Production Unfilled. Of course, coming to the PlayStation 5 now. If we scroll down here, they talk about their engine, which is super impressive for, of course, this is going to be the engine that's also behind Forspoken. So yeah, you can see how beautiful it is right here. Now let's talk a little bit more about what this engine has to offer. It says, from cutting-edge ray tracing, optimized deferred shading, and many more screen effects, to rendering engine featuring advanced lighting technology such as light probes and global illumination, our development environment integrated with an extensive tool set enables our artists to unleash their full potential and deliver stunning, innovative visual quality using the very latest technology. Obviously, just from the actual trailer we've seen. Now it says small. Our engine supports multiple platforms, including PC, consoles, and mobile, with our asset management system, which accommodates cloud-based automatic conversion and dependency relations. Working together with a task system optimized for multi-core processors, we are able to provide powerful and nimble operations for all platforms. So they're able to scale this baby accordingly for this new game, Forspoken. Now, of course, the good news is, again, what you are seeing here is going to be like one of our true next-gen experiences. We're finally getting into that, which I'm so thrilled to see that games are finally saying, you know what? We're not going to attach ourselves anymore to the old technology. Now, what about the AI system in this game? They go on to say this, in addition to state-of-the-art game AI, which integrates AI state machines and behavior trees hierarchically to effortlessly blend action and intellectual expression, our AI technology optimizes the development process by detecting issues in daily iteration cycles, providing automated QA testing, and more. That's interesting. So hopefully that means that this game is super solid at release, and of course it's going to have limited bugs, because they have this very interesting system with the game where, you know what, it automatically tries to go in there and sort out bugs and detect things like that. So that's really cool to know, and hopefully that does really help the game become a super solid experience at launch. Now, we do have some interesting reactions from people out in the world on Twitter. It says, God dang, Forspoken is one of the most next-gen looking games I've seen. The new 4K trailer is stunning. Susie Hunter says, Luminous Studios' new game Forspoken looks cool. Obviously need to see more gameplay to get hyped, but it looks like all of that Final Fantasy tech is being put to good use here. More new Square original IPs, please. Yes, absolutely. More original IPs. I love this. Now, Geisen Cacho, I think it is, says this, the little effects trailing fray and the slam power in Forspoken really remind me of Prototype, the old game by Radical Entertainment back in the day. Yeah, it has this really nice flowing traversal system, so that's really, really cool. Now, also, Square Enix, they did this whole Square Enix presentation today. They showcased a lot of games, including one that I've been really keeping my eye on, which of course is Outriders. They dropped a brand new trailer for that one. That one's dropping in on April 1st. It's a new looter shooter, and I personally cannot wait for it. It looks really promising with a huge in-depth system for classes, lots of skill trees going on here, and you know, I'm really excited for that one. But also, I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with Marvel's Avengers. It had such a rough launch, and they've actually stated recently that they're doubling down on this game and they're investing even further into the game. And they showcased today a brand new trailer showing off their new biome dedicated to none other than Wakanda. So I'm super excited for that. A new character, of course, Black Panther, will be making its way into Marvel's Avengers later this year. They did have a brand new next-gen update today for Marvel's Avengers, and yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I really do hope that this game can have a massive turnaround, because I do think that there are some things in here that are promising. You know, Square Enix are also aware of how many people actually like the storyline, the main campaign in this game, which for me was the highlight. Just there were some things that were super redundant with actual gameplay mechanics. So I'm actually going to keep my eye on Marvel's Avengers and see what happens in the future. So I'll keep you guys in the know. But yeah, Square Enix, you know, on display today, wide variety of games. I'm super hyped, mostly for this Forspoken. I cannot freaking wait. It has a little bit of that Horizon Zero Dawn feel to it, but also like that Final Fantasy DNA with this really unique traversal system. So yeah, curious to see what happens with this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Forspoken's coming out in 2022, sometime around there. We'll see what happens, but thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more open world gaming goodness, and now Forspoken news. And I will see you all next time. Take care.